Yes guys, welcome back to the second episode in this series where we are basically uploading weekly educational content so you can achieve your fat loss goals without listening to all the nonsense you see online today. So in this video we are, like I said, going to discover what actually is a calorie deficit. So you will see a lot of people putting out there, to lose weight you need to be in a calorie deficit. But we're going to go through what a calorie deficit is, how you can get into a calorie deficit, and what you need to be doing to obviously keep consistent with your fat loss goals. So if you are wanting to achieve your fat loss goals, make sure you stick to the end as we're going to be answering a lot of unanswered questions you may have. So what does a calorie deficit actually mean? It's maths at the end of the day. So a calorie deficit is where you are putting less in your body than what you're putting out on a daily basis. So the amount of calories you are consuming per day, either that be through food, either that be through drink, or even it be through the condiments you're consuming, because they will add up over time, needs to be less than what you're putting out. So just your everyday steps, through the gym, if you're playing sports, that needs to be higher than what you are consuming on a daily basis. Try and look at it as your bank balance. So say you are getting paid £2,000 every single month, and at the end of the month you're spending £2,500. Obviously your bank balance is going to be in a negative, just like what it's going to be if you are in a calorie deficit. Vice versa, if you are getting paid £2,000 every month but you're only spending £1,500, then obviously your bank balance is going to go up, just like with the scale weight. So how do we actually create a calorie deficit? Now there is a couple of things what you can do: eat less, move more, or all three combined together. Now, what you'll find is when you first start trying to get into a calorie deficit, you're not really going to know what's what. You're not going to know the measurements of stuff. So to start off with, it is a good idea to track actually what you're consuming, when you're consuming it, and actually trying to keep a log of everything that you're doing, either that be through an app called MyFitnessPal, or just writing everything down, which will be a lot more time consuming. And if you're wanting to increase your energy expenditure, it is as simple as trying to obviously increase your daily movement, heading to the gym more, or starting a sport that you don't usually do. If you are wanting to increase just your daily movement more, it can be as simple as just parking at the other end of the car park when you go to the shops, go to the work. And I know it doesn't seem much, but if you add that up over the week, it's obviously going to add up to quite a bit. Or it could just be going for a simple 20-minute walk in an evening before you sit down after you finish work. Obviously just getting up, getting straight out and increasing your steps that way. So when you do actually first start, you might think that you are in a calorie deficit. Like say, if you're not really sure of what calories are in what, you're not really sure of what you're putting out on a daily basis in terms of your energy expenditure, you can actually still believe you're in a calorie deficit if you are starting to track everything, but there may be some hidden calories what are sneaking in that you're unsure of. So it could be that you're not counting the drinks that you're consuming, if you're having full fat Coke rather than Diet Coke, or it could be the condiments that you're using with your meals. If you're cooking with sauces, your oils, you need to be including that because you're still putting it in your body, but obviously you may not be tracking it to start off with. You could also be quite a weekend binge eater, so you're doing well, perfectly fine, Monday to Friday, and as soon as the weekend comes, you're consuming twice as many calories as what you need to be doing. We'll cover a way of how you can do that, how you can still go out and enjoy the foods you want in another video, but it can be, like I say, as simple as doubling your calories just from a weekend and putting back all that progress that you've made, putting it on the back foot. So do you actually have to track your calories? Now, if you are completely new to it, if you are wanting to start your fat loss journey, you're not sure where to start, I would always recommend starting with tracking your calories. The reason for this is because whatever you pick up, you're not going to have an idea of what's in that, how much protein's in it, how many carbs, and what sort of calories are in that as well. Whereas if you start off, even if it's just for a couple of weeks, a month, just starting to track it, you're going to get a little bit of better understanding of what's in what, and how much each portion is going to how many calories are in each portion. Then you're going to start to understand, right, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that, that's going to be my calories, and then you can just quite simply, it's going to be second nature to you, so you don't have to weigh every single thing. You are going to get a better understanding of what's in what. So let's say you're doing really well with your calorie counting, you're moving more throughout the day, you are in that calorie deficit and you're starting to see the results. what actually is a realistic expectation of the results you're going to make. Now, realistically, £1 to £2 per week is going to be a good starting point. It's going to be quite an achievable starting point. And don't go into this thinking, right, I want to lose £30 within 2 weeks. That's not realistic. It's not achievable. Whereas if you actually set yourself realistic targets, you're going to want to stick to it because you are ticking those boxes along the way. So like I say, if you are hitting £1 to £2 per week, then you're perfectly on track to start off with. And if you enjoy this type of style of content, make sure you drop a like, comment your goals underneath here, and share this video to your friends who may need it. Yes guys, welcome back to the second episode in this series where we are basically uploading